I should be back. Sorry about that, guys. Hmm. Computer just straight like was freezing up. I had to force shut it down. Make sure I'm back up. I see I'm back on YouTube. Good. And I'm back on Twitch. Yep. I don't know. Something's been messing with my computer, and it's like it hasn't. My computer lately has not been liking something. I don't know what. And apparently, when I go check to see the task manager to see like what's been screwing up my computer, because I just noticed that my computer was like starting to lag a little bit. I'm like, what's going on? And I went to go open up the task managers to see, and then it started freaking out again, kind of like it did last week. Working fine now because I have to open now. I'm looking at it now. Looks like it's mostly just OBS. I do know that once I get this laptop going, once I get another capture card, that it won't be an issue. Anyways, in the meantime, it is what it is. Let's deal with it. Because I'll be able to offload like the streaming resources my computer's been using onto here, but I don't think it might just be like I feel like it might be a Windows 11 thing, to be honest, but I can't tell. Anyways, where were we leave off? We were down here. Got the legs done. And the volume on my mic's a little low. Oh no, because I guess not. Okay. Oh god, oops. Oh, and my Bluetooth didn't fucking... That's such an issue I have too, is that like... There's a 50% chance that my Bluetooth will work. Come on. And if it doesn't, so like, I don't know, it has this weird thing where like my Bluetooth will like just stop working altogether, like just goes away. And like when I start up my computer, it just doesn't want to start up either, so it like pretends that just my computer's like kind of like the boot just doesn't there in the first place. So then I have a problem of getting my little controller over here to connect, and then I have to manually connect it. Not like a huge deal, but it is kind of annoying. It's supposed to be a wireless device. I'm gonna finish up the line work, and then I'm gonna go on a break. I'm almost done, actually, so... One second, guys. Alright, I'm back. So the next bit of content that I'm gonna be doing, we're gonna switch back to gaming. We're gonna jump into playing Ninja Gaiden. We're gonna try to. We're gonna see how that goes. It seems like it's not something I can do. Then we will just play something else or something. So I just need to do the chains now. You do the change. I also need to do the like this thing at the bottom. Lace, yeah, the lace. Yeah. What I can do about the chains? I know I have like a chain brush. One or two of them. There we go. That was easy. Actually, let's fix her. Fill in these. Eyebrows will be done later. All right. Stretch, and I'm gonna go ahead and go on a break. When we get back, we'll start coloring. She's also gonna have oh, actually, I'm gonna do the lace, and then she's gonna have like fishnet stockings. So that'll be done when I start getting all the color and everything done. So do the color in, we'll do the extra stuff. And then if there's any more time, we'll probably start like the first pass of lighting. Possibly, we'll see. If not, then the lighting will be done tomorrow. But yeah, it's not taking very long to get done. Honestly, this will be really quick. I'm already at 2 hours and 40 minutes, which is crazy. I usually don't get done this quick. I might be saying something. I don't know. We'll see. I will go ahead and go on a break. That will, for people on Twitch, there will be ads. For everyone else, including people on Twitch, will be in-stream ads as well. But if you don't want to see any ads, if you're on Twitch, then you can use your Twitch Prime sub. If you got it. Or just subscribe in general. But I shall be right back. All right, and we're back. All right, so we are going to react to well, hopefully everyone had a good break. Making sure there's nothing that you should be guys seeing behind the scenes stuff that's on the screen. Everything's moved over to other screens. All right, so yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and do a reaction. Switch over while I'm gonna be drawn. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to YouTube art react scene. And here, we are going to be reacting. It's this on. Oops. Again. Yes, hold on. Always press the wrong button when I do this. All right, so this is gonna be for the for YouTube. So I'm gonna be talking stuff. I'm talking to you guys to a non-live video. So. That off. I realized I didn't update this page either. Oops. That's fine. I'll just do it from there. Okay. All right. So, we are going to be reacting to artists are ruining their own career and clients are fed up. Wait, what was that? Yeah, that's it. So this one I thought would be pretty interesting to watch. I don't know exactly what's gonna be said, but I know that this is by Duchess Celestia. I've watched her content before. She's pretty good. Definitely check her out. I'm gonna have a link. I'll throw a link here for the live stream people. And then for and then if you're watching this after, if you watch this YouTube version of this, definitely, I'll leave a link down in the, I'll leave a link down in the description, and definitely while you're down there, hit the like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And without further ado, I'm going to be working on yeah, I'm gonna be working on Tana, my OC, while I'm doing this. But yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Once I get the sound going, hold on one second.
All-in-one platform for all of your website building needs. Hey guys, it's Celestia, and over the years I've talked extensively about the problems that artists face when pursuing their passion professionally. And generally, those problems aren't their fault. Market oversaturation, competitiveness, poor behavior from clients, scams, generative AI's impact on client interest, difficulty marketing your work, burnout, all problems that artists face just by nature of working in the field, and that are largely unavoidable. The point of those videos was generally to give advice on how to deal with them better, and in a way that minimizes their negative impact. Today, though, for what might be the first or at least one of the first times, I'm going to talk about a growing problem for artists that absolutely is actually their own faults. Because I'm seeing so many more callouts for it in recent months that I feel like it warrants discussion. Not only because it's to the detriment of the artists doing it, but also because it's doing so much damage to the reputation of all artists taking commissions online that people are so fed up with it that they're losing trust and interest in the idea of commissioning any of us at all. And I'd really, really like for that to stop, because I think we can all agree that with the state of things right now, the last thing we need is even more trouble getting work. Artists, some artists at least, are treating their clients like absolute garbage. Sometimes unintentionally and sometimes intentionally, and sometimes without even realizing how severely this particular way in which they do so will affect the future of their careers. But before I get into what that particular way is, the ramifications it's having for individual artists and all commission artists alike, what causes it, and how to stop doing it, let me take a moment to thank today's sponsor, Squarespace. Because while we're talking about mistakes preventing you from getting commissions, one of the biggest other ones is not having a clean, polished portfolio to display your work on. No matter how good your art is, potential clients aren't going to feel nearly as confident in hiring you if it's not displayed in a way that shows that you're a professional that takes your craft seriously. And there's no better place to build one than Squarespace, because in my opinion and extensive experience, they're the best website building and hosting platform out there. I've built and hosted not one but two of my own portfolios there over the course of many years, both my previous cutesy, super branded one, and my revamped, more professional one. Despite how different they are, they were just as easy to make using all of the tools and templates that Squarespace has to offer, which made a normally stressful process so easy that it was honestly fun. But while they are genuinely incredible for building portfolios, that's really just the beginning.
So I will say that I do kind of agree. So I've actually been with the Squarespace thing. I know it's kind of off topic, but um because I have a portfolio website I'm using Card right now. I've been looking at, because I technically have two Card websites. I have one for my portfolio and one for Rofo Studios. That's Rofo Studios being the company, and more so just the name of what I put my own like original content off of on, like for the masters and stuff. And I'm looking at using Squarespace to kind of combine the two, have like one website where you can just go to you go to it, and then you'll be immediately being navigated to, okay, do you want Rofo Shoes content, or do you want Ace Play and Jar content, and then trying to kind of put everything under one umbrella. So it's something I was working on a couple months ago. But then I got caught up with another thing, so I kind of had to put a hold on it for now. Something I would like to try, something I would like to try and get done this year is maybe have that going. Yeah, just wanted to talk about that.
Their extensive library of templates has perfect options for any kind of site you could possibly want to build, so the possibilities are endless no matter what your needs are. And if those needs happen to include online stores, they've got you covered, because they give you everything you need to turn any site into one. The ability to manage payments and inventory, handle shipping and fulfillment, and even boost your SEO to help you get more eyes on your site and more customers in turn. It's perfect for selling physical goods like prints and apparel, but it's just as perfect for selling services too, like consultations, event management, editing, and even art commissions with all of their tools. A streamlined workflow, built-in appointment scheduling, email marketing tools, and so much more. They also make it as easy as possible for your customers to pay, too, because they offer all the most popular payment methods like Klarna, ACH Direct Debit, Apple Pay, Afterpay, and ClearPay, and even allow you the option to send individualized branded invoices to specific clients, so you can start accepting orders from all around the world with just a few clicks. So whether you're an artist in need of a portfolio, an entrepreneur building an online store, a creator setting up an interactive blog, or a small business owner making a landing page, Squarespace is the place to do it. And you can find out yourself yourself by going to squarespace.com to get your own free trial today. And once you've built the perfect site that you're ready to launch, you could get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain by going to squarespace.com/DuchessCelestia, linked in the description. Thank you so much to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video, and please go check them out. Now let's get back to the problem at hand: ghosting. This has always been a problem with some artists. They accept a commission, accept payment for that commission, and then don't respond to the client or provide updates for weeks or even months, if at all. But lately, I've seen so many more artists called out for this behavior that it's resulting in a growing distrust in online spaces towards all artists. And
that might be why I'm not getting commissions. By the way, if you guys want commissions, I don't act like this, by the way, but if you guys want commissions, commissions are open. There's, as of me recording this or whatever, there's 3 slots open. So, and there will be links and everything down below in the description through my link tree.
Worrying number of people saying they're no longer willing to take the risk and order commissions at all anymore. Some have even said that they're going to turn to AI image generators instead, simply because they feel like human artists have become so unreliable that it's the only way to be sure they'll actually get the art they're looking for. And like, yes, that is obviously not the solution. And yes, clients who would so quickly devalue human creativity and consider an AI generated image an equal alternative to human made art aren't clients that anyone should want anyway. But that's not the point here. The point is that it's an indicator of exactly how thoroughly some people are being disillusioned by the prevalence of this problem. Now, I can't say for sure that me seeing so much more of this is indicative of it actually happening more. It could just be that more people are speaking out about it, and its persistence over the years has reached a breaking point of distrust and a massive loss of patience. If it is happening more, though, I'm personally inclined to believe that it's because it's been so normalized for so long as something that's not a big deal, and probably won't have consequences, that people feel more okay doing it themselves. A lot of clients are too polite or afraid of conflict to call this behavior out, which only further teaches these artists that they can get away with it. Whatever the case, it's not okay, and I want to discuss why, because I've seen way too many artists treat this like it's not a big deal, and that clients just need to learn to be more patient. Clients are not the problem here. When they commission an artist, they're not just paying for the final art, they're also paying for the process. They're paying for communication, updates, sketches, and assurance that they'll be actively involved in the creative process to ensure that the final art looks how they want it to. No matter what your reasons are for doing this, leaving them in the dark with absolutely none of that is the ultimate disrespect to them as clients, and a violation of the trust they placed in you as an artist. It makes a person anxious to know they paid for something up front that it will take them a long time to receive, and they just have to trust the person they paid not to take the money and run. If they hear absolutely nothing from that person for weeks or months on end, that anxiety worsens exponentially. And even if they don't publicly call out that behavior after the transaction is complete and they finally receive the art they commissioned, that doesn't mean the way you treated them will be consequence-free. First off, in almost all cases, you've lost that client for good. They are not likely to ever want to work with you again, and they're right to feel that way. That in and of itself is a problem, because one of the best ways to ensure consistent income as an artist is to build good, strong, mutually respectful relationships with clients so that if they have art needs again in the future, they feel confident and comfortable coming to you to fulfill them.
Basically, what she's trying to say, I'll simplify this. You as an artist, as a commission, you are a business person. You are running a business. How do you run a business? Oh, you get money. Where do you get money from? The people. If I was to be rude to you, let's just back up. Let's just back up here. Let's just say that I go to my friend and I say, "Hey, can I borrow $20? Can I borrow $40? Whatever. X dollars. Insert X dollars here." There are some factors involved in them allowing me to borrow that money, giving me that money. 1, do they even have that money? 2, how do they view you? If they view me as a good friend, I'm a good person, I guess another thing too is, okay, are they actually going to pay me back too? That'll be another factor. Kind of goes into the second thing. But the second thing is what I'm trying to point here is, are you a good person? Yeah. If I think that you're an asshole, no. Even if I did have the money, no. And if you think I'm an asshole back, then okay, it's fine. But I'm not giving you this money because of that. So then let's go ahead and apply that to you being an artist, someone who's doing a commission for somebody. You're running a business. The customer is giving you money. The transaction here is that I give you money, you provide me the art I'm asking for. So if and you're trying to get something done for them, communication. Communicate with them, and then that means that you're actually doing the work. It's the same thing as you going to a job. It's like you go to a job. You go to work McDonald's. Let's make that as simple. You go to McDonald's, right? Your job is to I'm the boss. Your job is to like your boss is telling you, hey, go make fries. Are you going to just go do something else? Your job is to go clean tables. Are you gonna go? Okay, cool, and you're gonna walk out? No, because guess what's gonna happen? You're not gonna get paid. So let's apply that now to being a commission artist. Someone comes up to you and say, "Hey, I need you to draw me an anime character." Sure, okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw an anime character. And first of all, okay. So, but here's the thing, though, is I'm not gonna just do that either. I'm gonna say, "Hey, what kind of anime character do you want? Is there a certain art style? Is there this, that?" I'm gonna communicate with that person and say, "Hey, this is what this is," because obviously you can't just get something done and expect it to be cool. It's maybe cool to you, but it's not gonna be cool to them. They're paying you to do art. You need to communicate with that person and say, "Hey, what do you need? What do you need me to do? Give me some examples. Give me a definition here. Give me some details. What is it that you're looking for?" There you go. It's not hard. It's not complicated to talk to somebody. And when you're not doing that, then that person will never get another commission from you again. And then guess what? They go and tell everyone else how bad this person is. And there you go. And then you know what's gonna happen? There goes your fucking business. Because you're not getting, not only is that person, you just lost a customer, you just lost everyone else too. Granted, there's you need to there's communication, so they need to communicate as well. You need to be upfront with everything, and that's why I'm upfront with them. I communicate with people and I let them know, hey, this is what is my do's and don'ts. Like there's communication back and forth here. Even when I've commissioned artists to do things like my emotes and stuff, I at the time, well, when I commissioned an artist to do animated emotes, I don't really know how to do animated emotes. I kind of do, I kind of don't. But I was at the time I was like, I'd rather just have another artist do it for me. That way, I'm supporting another artist, and I can continue doing what I'm doing with my own thing over here. So it was like kind of win-win for me. It was like I get my emote, but I was like, communicating with them, and they're communicating with me. And I only did for like one emote, and you know what happened? He did such a good job, and he communicated with me. Even when he got sick, he was still communicating. Hey, by the way, I'm gonna be late on this. I got sick. I'm gonna need a couple more days. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Great. Thank you for letting me know. I was getting a little. I think at one point he did kind of. I think around the same time he was. The communication kind of went down a little bit, but then he communicated back to go, and then he got it done too. And it was so good. The work and the communication was so good that you know what I did? I came back and asked for him for another one later on. Yeah, that's what happens when you do a good job. When you do a good job with your art and you do a good job communicating, because you are as part of your business as a commission artist. Do a good job and you get more customers. And guess what? People, you go ahead and you tell the people. I'm telling everyone right now about this artist. I'll go ahead and post it right now. Guy does such a good job. I'll try and find this on Fiverr. I haven't I haven't commissioned him in a long time. But yeah, he's a great artist, and go check him out for sure. If you want some animated emotes. Wait, what the hell? I'll work on getting this here while I'll continue the video and we get this going here.
Returning customers are the backbone of pretty much every successful business, and should always be more of a priority than attracting new ones. If you ghost clients like this, you pretty much guarantee that you'll never be able to build that core group of returning customers that could have been your business's backbone.
Yes,
which
I
leaves
just
you
said
with
this.
Attracting new customers as your only remaining option.
Sorry, I
Something
got
that
ahead of the
you've
video, I
also made
guess.
significantly more difficult for yourself. I don't think enough artists understand exactly how important their reputation is going to be for them if they want to pursue commissions long term. Reputation is everything, and once it's been damaged to a certain point, it's borderline impossible to repair. Clients talk. There is an active community in online spaces of people interested in regularly commissioning artists.
Did I not just say this? Did I not just say this? Do I have the script?
And because ghosting is so common of a problem that they face, a lot of them warn each other against artists that are known to do it. Just as we have to be cautious about the clients that we accept because of the potential of them scamming us, refusing to pay, or treating us poorly, clients have to be cautious of the artists they hire because of the potential for scams, ghosting, and unprofessional behavior. And they are. A lot of them ask around about others' experiences working with certain artists before reaching out to them themselves. And if word has gotten around that you have a tendency to leave clients on red for months and only finally complete the piece exceptionally late after no communication or explanation, you are pretty much done. Commissions are a fragile thing on both ends. Both the artist and the client take a risk with that transaction, and if you crush that fragile thing by failing to treat it with respect, you might not get another chance to put it back together. And that's just on a social level. Commission sites like VGen have actual rating systems, through which clients can publicly make it very clear to other potential clients that you are not worth the risk of working with. And they'd honestly be right to one-star you after waiting 6 months for something that was agreed to take 1 and getting radio silence from you the entire time. There's also the risk on your end of chargebacks, especially if the amount of time it would take you to complete the commission was documentably agreed upon in advance. The client has a right to issue a chargeback if it isn't done within that period of time. If you ghost them rather than just ask for an extension and explain why, they're overwhelmingly more likely to do that. And again, they'd be right to. They deserve the refund. Now, I've been very harsh on artists that do this so far, so I'm gonna give them a bit of a break as we move on to the section where we talk about what motivates it in the first place. Because in fairness, playing devil's advocate, it is almost never done out of malice or genuine intentional disrespect. More often than not, artists ghost clients out of anxiety. It's scary to admit to someone that paid you for something that it's taking you longer than expected to make it, and it can be paralyzing to try to do so when you're terrified that they're gonna get angry with you and either reprimand you or outright cancel it. No one likes confrontation, at least no one I know. And the innate desire to avoid it feels more like a need than a want. And if you're already an anxious person, your brain is going to be pretty thoroughly convinced that there's no way they'll be understanding. Emergencies happen too. Unexpected health issues, life events, and so on that make it outright impossible to complete the commission on time, and could not have been predicted beforehand when agreeing on the time frame. In other cases, artists may just be new at taking commissions. If they haven't done many or any of them before, they're unlikely to have a particularly good, well-informed idea of how difficult it will be to do so or how long it will take them. They might be overly ambitious and believe that they'll be able to finish it in just a few weeks, because they don't have the experience to know that it'll actually take much longer, and then a few weeks go by and they panic, because they set a timeline they couldn't follow. Not out of carelessness or a lack of effort or diligence, but because they genuinely did not know better yet. Artists new at taking commissions also tend to make the mistake of taking on too many at once, because they don't have a good handle on what their maximum sustainable workload is yet, and overestimate
This is why I only
how
have
much they
3.
can do within a certain amount of time. And the feeling
This is why I
of
only have 3
realizing
slots
too
open,
late that you
because I know I'm trying
accepted
to do
way
other
more
things.
than you could actually finish, but the damage has been done and you have to, it's incredibly overwhelming. I haven't done it with commissions, but I have with projects, and I know firsthand that it can feel like you're being crushed under the weight of everything you have to do but just can't. But it doesn't matter if you can't, because you still have to. And in the case of commissions, that obligation may be completely non-negotiable if you've already spent the money that clients paid you for them, and can't reasonably offer a refund or a cancellation. The burnout and panic is so real and so all-encompassing, and the idea of actually telling your clients what's going on and admitting that you made a mistake on top of that can feel borderline impossible. All of these motivations are completely understandable, and I would be doing a disservice by not acknowledging and reminding people that the artists ghosting their clients are almost never doing it out of actual disrespect for them. Obviously, there are outliers. There are artists who are just taking commissions on the side as bonus income and don't intend to make art their job, at least not through commissions, and therefore just don't care all that much if there are consequences for the way that they treat their clients. If they lose them, oh well, they don't actually need them. There are others that genuinely do have no respect for them and assume that they'll just wait indefinitely if they make them, so they do. And others that act out of pure carelessness and laziness. Some are outright scammers who do this intentionally and routinely, accepting a bunch of commissions, getting paid up front, and then never even starting on them, only to delete their account when they eventually get caught and called out, and then make a new account and start the whole process over again. These genuinely ill-intentioned artists aren't even rare, and these are the motivations for a lot of the ones that are ghosting clients, but I honestly do not believe them to be the majority. Most are just scared, in over their heads, and as a result of not knowing what what to do, they freeze and they do nothing, so you hear nothing. But nothing is never the solution. Radio silence does not solve this problem, no matter what caused it. Regardless of what your reason is for being late with a commission, clients would rather hear it than nothing. More often than not, they'll be completely understanding of it, and, more than anything, grateful for your honesty and the reassurance that they haven't been forgotten or scammed. Delays happen, burnout happens, emergencies happen, and mistakes happen as you learn how to be a commission artist, and account for things that you might not have expected. Clients understand that. They're people too, and by nature of being people, they have almost definitely had to delay their own obligations for similar reasons. All you have to do is talk to them, because if you do, worst case scenario, they're not understanding and they get mad. It's unlikely, but it does happen. If you ghost them though, it's almost guaranteed that they'll get mad. If you don't want them to get mad, pick the option where that's an unlikely risk rather than a certainty. By failing to communicate delays, you're turning what would have otherwise been a minor inconvenience into a serious, legitimate problem that will erode all trust that they have in you as an artist, and, as this behavior continues to repeat itself on a wider scale, artists as a whole. I said at the beginning that I would offer solutions for the ghosting problem, and obviously we just discussed the biggest one. Just don't do it, because honesty is always a preferable alternative, and clients will be far more understanding of explanations for your delays than they will be of ghosting. But I also want to go over a few to help you ideally avoid putting yourself in that position in the first place, because while knowing what to do when you already have is good, it's even better not to have to at all. First, I never recommend accepting full payment immediately upon confirmation of a commission. In my opinion, it is never a good idea to take money you haven't earned yet if there's absolutely any risk of you not being able to do so. It's a surefire way to end up in that aforementioned awful position of having spent it, only to find out that you don't actually have the time or energy to finish the commission, but now you have to anyway because you can't provide a refund. The only exception I would make to that rule is if you have a separate bank account specifically for commission payments, like how lawyers have to keep the money they receive from clients like retainers, settlements, and so on in a trust account completely separate from their own. In that case, you'd be able to keep the full payment that you received in that account, and only move it into your own personal account once that commission was completed, so that if something happens before it is that prevents you from finishing it, you can easily provide a refund because you didn't allow yourself to spend it. If you don't have that option, however, what I do and recommend others to do as well is to accept half the payment up front and half upon completion. Like I said before, you and the client are accepting an equal amount of risk. You as an artist risk not being paid for the
So I know that I mostly try to get everyone to go over to Ko-fi, for me to do commissions if you're gonna place an order. However, and I know that doing it through Ko-fi means they have to pay the whole thing up front, which it is what it is. But I do also accept commissions through email. So if you if you do want to go the approach of, oh, can it just give you like half an hour, or whatever, if you feel better, more comfortable about like not paying everything up front, then I do accept commissions through email. So we go that route, and basically it's handled the same exact way, same rules apply and everything. It's just handled a little differently because it's through email, and then you just pay me through some other means. I think through like PayPal, because I think even my commissions, even on my commissions that I get on Ko-fi go to PayPal as well. So that's how I handle things first, is before it gets to my actual bank account, that it goes to PayPal first, and that it makes it easier for stuff like this. If I need to pay someone back or whatever, I can do that. So and worst comes to worst, Cash App, I guess, but
the work that you complete, and they as a client risk not receiving the work they pay for. This solution provides a kind of middle ground in which you take the risk
I never
and invest in the transaction equally too. I also recommend having clear terms of service that explain your policy on refunds based on how much work has been completed. So if, for example,
and that's the thing too, is like I think Ko-fi
50% of the work on the commission, too, and then something happens and you
I think Ko-fi doesn't exactly. I think Ko-fi doesn't give me the amount anyways until it's done. I think. I know Fiverr does that. I know Fiverr will hold on to the funds until I've gotten some Fiverr commissions in the past, but Fiverr will hold off on giving me the money until the work's complete. So
aren't able to finish it, you keep that first half that you accepted in return for the work that you did do, but the client doesn't owe you the second half for the work that you didn't. And speaking of terms of service, I also recommend including a section dedicated to the proposed timeline, so that you and the client are immediately on the same page about what that looks like, when certain milestones can be expected, like the submission of works in progress for approval, and what the consequences are for a failure to adhere to that schedule. It gives your clients some much needed reassurance that they won't be ghosted, because there would be consequences for you if communication wasn't maintained. And it puts you in a position where you can't be heckled or rushed by impatient clients, because there's a set window of time allotted for you to make certain amounts of progress. If you're new, inexperienced, or unsure of how long it would take you, however, this may not be an option. In which case, I would simply recommend that you communicate that very clearly to the client before the commission is confirmed, so that they know what to expect. Making sure that they have clear expectations during the commission process is the most important thing here. Lastly, make a conscious effort to determine how long each stage in a commission takes you, so that you know what to expect from working with a client. You can't give them those clear expectations if you don't have them for yourself. And make sure you figure out how many clients you can reasonably take on at one time, too, so that you don't need to worry about the consequences of taking on too many. Ultimately, when you accept a commission, you accept a responsibility and a financial obligation. Even if it feels more casual because you arranged it in Twitter DMs, that is what it is, and that's what it should be treated as. Too many artists, for a multitude of reasons varying in justifiability, are not. Clear, consistent communication is the most important part of taking commissions, and not providing it is never acceptable, even when your motivations are valid and understandable. No matter the circumstances, honesty is always the better option for everyone involved. If you're ghosting clients because you're scared they'll get mad at you for admitting that you need more time, you're ensuring that they will most definitely get mad at you for the lack of communication instead. You're creating a problem by trying to solve one that in many cases didn't exist at all, because most clients would have been understanding if you just told them. The consequences this behavior is having aren't just hurting the artists responsible. They're taking a very visible toll on the trust that clients have in all artists. It's making people that were otherwise willing to work with us afraid to, because they've had so many bad experiences with artists ghosting them that they're no longer willing to risk having more. It's completely fine to struggle with deadlines, unexpected delays, and burnout. It's not fine to hide that from your clients, and doing so is hurting more than just you. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. Special thank you as always to channel members Joseph Solomon, TC Pratt, Haruki Saluzzo, Extinction Animation, Andy the Hedgehog, Kai the Memer, Jazz, Just Sayori, Hailstorm, Darkholder, Another Foxboy, Palestar, and Cyber.
Okay. She's gonna name off her patrons. Which also, if you want to support me as an artist but don't want commissions, you know, you can always subscribe on Ko-fi as well as on Patreon. But yeah, good video. Again, that was Celestia, Duchess Celestia. I'll have a link to her video, and also the artist I was mentioning before. His name is Hans. Posting that to the live stream right now. Live stream chat, and then I will have that in the description below as well. The YouTube video. Hans art stream, so definitely check him out. He does. He did two of the. He did the animated emotes. And I also love there's just like a static version of this. I'm gonna have him do another one soon. Because I do have another open art emote, so I will be doing that. But yeah, so yeah, this is just not good, guys. They're definitely, like I said, you're running a business and you need to have that mindset. You don't, this is basically, it's like running a business 101. Like, you don't treat your customers bad. You just communication involved. This is all money, so just don't do it. Or you could basically, like I said, like the do's and don'ts earlier, but yeah, just this is not good. We need to do better as artists. You need to do better as business people. And if you are really not wanting to do the business side of it, then that's kind of have to think like, do I really want to do commissions or not? Because if you really do and you're not just a business person, then maybe you should start, you know, maybe start thinking maybe having some help with that. Someone who's more business savvy, someone who can, like a manager maybe, who can like do that, and that way you can just focus on your art. But and if you can't afford it, then I don't know, maybe take some lessons or something. I don't know. You know, obviously at the end of the day, you do you know. But you really gotta think. You gotta be nicer to people, especially since they're your customers. They're giving you money. You gotta put yourself in their shoes. Think like, how would I want to be communicated with? How would I want to be treated when I'm trying to give you money? So, they don't owe you anything other than the money that they give you for your. But yeah. Anyways, yeah. Good video. And as for everyone, go ahead and like and subscribe, and all that cool stuff. And I will see you in the next video. All right. And that'll be a video that will be up later this week, hopefully. Oh, it's wigging out. Wigging out. What I'm trying to do right now is I want to do a layer underneath the lace, make it darker. Maybe that came up as white. That was gonna be black. Oh boy. Have to back out. this again. Damn it. Yeah. Did it on the wrong layer. Fuck. Yes. I goofed. I totally goofed with this line. Yeah. redo all his lines because when I did the like the under mesh or whatever, I messed up. And I did it on this line work line layer. Didn't realize until too late. Now the lines are old jagged, I'm trying to fix it. Mine's all jagged because I selected all the gray and then cut it. So it took some of the lines with it. Redo this. I had to fix. I still have to fix that. That doesn't look good. Actually, no, that's fine. Water. Alright. Try this again. Actually. better. Okay. Well, if it's this one I'm supposed to use. Okay, I think I know what I'm supposed to do. Hold on. now. Oh. Okay. Alright, so now what we're gonna do is just throw on some base colors real quick. And I think call it after that. That'll be a good stopping point. Fill. One second, guys. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm gonna open up the last Tana drawing I did. Actually, which is probably what I should just be doing for her skin color. Just have her skin color over here. Is that it?
You're breathtaking.
Hey, Heather, what's going on? I'm doing pretty good. Doing some drawing. Everyone go follow Heather C. How you doing? How are things? Is that really the skin color I went with? I guess so. Might have to fix that, but we'll see. It'd be better if I can't complain. The family and I are safe. That's good. Yeah, exactly. Never complain about that. I'm doing pretty good. Just been busy, keep myself busy with projects and stuff. Work. All that fun stuff. Streaming, content creation. All that jazz. Love the fingers. Absolutely love drawing fingers and hands. They are the worst for me. I'm terrible. And I'm never happy with it, ever. Like a digital or only do digital? Yeah, I can understand that. I started with traditional. But I started to switch in college. I started to see that was kind of where like things were headed. So I was like, I might as well just jump on it, right? Okay, I'm just gonna make that. So. And it did take me a long time to get used to it and to get better and stuff. But ours insanely good digital art. She wants to draw from manga art. Oh my god, that's awesome. Do it. Do it. That would be amazing. And when she gets older and starts posting her stuff online, and never love to see it. And if you have any art too, like if you're in the in my Discord server, if you have art you want to share, even traditional, post it. We do have an art share community. That's for anyone who's watching. Remember one time she's like, I'm as good as you, and now she surpassed me. That's that's good. That's a proud mama moment, you know. That's a proud parent moment. It's like my kid is now better than me. Actually, going to a little bit to line work. Here to make back of the sweatshirt make a little more sense. Okay. If my kid got better than me and was doing better than me, I'd be like, well, I am so proud of you. At the same time, I'd be like, I told her, I was like, man, you're incredible. Keep going. You can do what you want. Yeah, exactly. If she's already that good, then yeah, for sure. Is she like, try not to give ages. Is she like kid or like teenager? Or are we? I'm trying to kind of scale like, she's 13. Okay, perfect. So much more time ahead of her. You know what I mean? And she keeps going. She's doing what she's doing. At her age, she's gonna be amazing. She's gonna do amazing things. I'm hopeful. I'm hoping that she becomes like an amazing artist. She'll probably even surpass me. Let's say that. She'll probably surpass me. Let's do like pastel blue. The only thing I'm good at anymore is horses because I don't draw all the time. My talent is deteriorated. Yeah, that's... I could see that. When I was younger, I used to be really into drumming. Like, I used to be a drummer. I don't know where my skills are with that. And I'm pretty sure my talent has deteriorated as well. Horses as in like drawing horses or like taking care of horses? Drawing horses, you'd be obsessed with them. Oh, drawing horses, okay. Nice. I used to be really bad at drawing horses. More so like dragons too. I used to like draw dragons, but it was like terrible at drawing dragons. Like I get the anatomy so wrong. It was really bad. Trying to find. I have a plaid material. I can't find it. Just so much easier for me just to throw on a pre-made material than to hand draw it out. It always looks bad when I do it freehand. There we go. Here it is. Damn it. What draw program I'm using? I'm using Clip Studio. That's cats for me sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, I was using Photoshop like the longest time. Like that's what I was kind of like trained on, like in school and stuff. And then Adobe just started doing all their bullshit AI stuff and overcharging people. So I was like, yeah, I can't support you anymore. I'm leaving. So I switched over to Clip Studio, and it's been a lot better, honestly. We do not support Gen AI here. New Dark, but yeah, it's just Artist Nightmare. Yeah, it's just so bad. I've been talking a lot about it, like on and off stream, about how it's just bad. It's just slop. You know what I mean? It's just soulless. I don't even call it art. I call it images because that's what they are. It's a generated image. Terrible. People call it art because it looks like art, but it's not art. Image. Like, I'm okay with, like, regular AI, like Chat GPT and stuff like that. Like, I'm okay with that. Like, if it's used as a tool, I'm fine with it. But if it's used just to, like, generate an image, oh, look what I did. No, you didn't. You typed in sentences. You typed in a prompt. Get out of here. You're bullshit. You didn't sit there. You didn't draw the lines. You didn't color it in. You didn't render it. You told the computer to do it for you. Didn't notice AI music? Yeah, that's frustrating too. I know you literally told the computer what specs you wanted and generate for you. Did nothing to contribute to the drawing, exactly. Nothing. And I hate, and it's worse when people will, artists, or like, yeah, just people will use AI art to pass off as their own work. Like, okay. So you're cheating. Cool. Like, if we can find a way to... The only generative AI I'd probably be okay with is, like, if it's used to get, like, ideas. Because at first I was against that too. And I kind of still am, but I thought about it more and more. And I think that, like, if we can find, like, a moral way of using for that, that's fine, I would say. Because then you're just going to use it to make your own art, right? But right now I feel like it's still immoral in a way, so I don't know. Like, damn it, Bobby, I know dang well you didn't draw that. And you can tell, too, like, when you see, like, an AI artist, there's ways of telling. There's, like, the surefire way of, like, is looking at their portfolio, like, looking at, like, what they posted, and seeing, like, their output. If they're coming up with, like, amazingly detailed work, like, every other day, yeah, no, that's AI art. There's no way in fucking hell that you sat there and drew that and then get something just as good looking 2 days later and post it. No, get fucked, dude. Unless you're, like, slaving away, and even then. I was so upset when I heard about Square Enix firing a bunch of the artists because they want to use AI instead. They're not... If that peaked, I apologize. I just saw that peak. If they're not, I haven't heard that, but I did hear that they will be using AI for like bug testing and stuff. So they did fire a bunch of people, like their game testers. Is my mic like really loud, by the way? I don't know. It seems like I'm looking at like the... It's all good. Okay, cool. It just seemed like it was like peaking and shit. I'm looking at my stream volume. Anyways, yeah, that's what I heard. I haven't heard them getting rid of artists, but I did hear them getting rid of, like, other people and replacing them. I think they got rid of, like, what, 30% of their workforce? Good volume? Okay, cool. Went off of memory because that was a bit ago. But yeah, it is upsetting though that people are being replaced by AI. But at the same time, it's like it saddens me as, like, an artist and a worker. Like, oh god, but, like, as, like, a business person, like, I get it. You know? I get it as a business person, but laid off, yeah, pretty much fired, yeah. Because US based, yes. Although I do feel like, because they got rid of a lot of their Phoenix is going back to just being like a Japanese company, for the most part, if anything. But it did seem like a lot of their US people were pushing a lot of dumb ideas that shouldn't have been there. Like a lot of like censorship and stuff. That's what it seemed like a lot of it was coming from them. I'm not sure just yet. We'll see now that they've been going through this whole entire thing. Of like for instance, like when they remade what was it? When they remade Dragon Quest 3. They did all this censorship shit with the art style, and then they went with body type 1 and 2. Thank you so much. I'm also telling my daughter to check you out. Oh, thank you so much. That'll be awesome. Yeah. Well, you go enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy your shower. Thank you so much. Thank you for the lurky lurk. But yeah, when they did all those changes, I was just these were unnecessary changes. You know what I mean? I'm gonna rasterize this. Do that. Oops, actually. Flip. And then do that. Actually, what I need to do. Do it this way instead. I'm gonna do it this way. And then what I'm gonna do, actually, instead I'm gonna do this way instead. Get rid of the mask I just created. Then get the Liquify tool out. Actually, good idea. Okay, so what I'm gonna do out. Gonna focus on focus on the top part of it first. This is just gonna be one layer. I'm gonna do another layer for the bottom part of the skirt here. Hey guys, Ace here. I'm here to talk to you about our sponsor, W. What does W ask? I'll go ahead and tell you. W is a clean energy drink that is made to give you focus with no crash, jitters, or angst like other energy drinks. W contains amino acids, vitamins, a non-tropic, and 150 milligrams of caffeine. Best of all, it's zero sugar, no hidden ingredients, and gluten-free. That scared me. W sells all different types of flavors, including Tiger's Blood, Japanese Soda, Push and Punch, and S'mores. You can also head over to their website and check out their merch and shakers. Also, while you're there, check out their anime collabs. Their current collabs are for Furin, Chainsaw Man, and Soul Leveling. I personally got the Ingress bottle because Ingress is awesome. So what are you waiting for? Use my 10% off code and get your tubs today. Thanks again to W for sponsoring. Let's get back to the video. Or the stream. Okay, well I guess I get another in-stream ad, I guess. I don't... what the fuck? Okay. Weird. I don't know why that randomly played. I didn't press any buttons. I just don't like how wavy it looks. I don't know. I'm thinking that I try this again with some other tools. See if I can find another tool. Because I'm using the liquefy tool, but it's just not working the way I need it to be. Not looking very clean. I'll have to play around with it. I'll have to see if there's another tool I can use. I might have to redo the chains because now it's starting to blend in with the shirt. Barely see it. I might have to just do black for that. That's fine. Work with that. But so far is what we got. Alright, well, at this point, it is time for me to get off. We'll make dinner. Just getting there, though. We'll definitely be... I'm gonna work on the skirt a little bit off stream. Get the skirt where it needs to be. And then tomorrow we'll start rendering. That's where we're at with that. All right. I want to thank everyone so much for hanging out today. I want to thank Heather C for coming in. Rest of the stream was pretty barren. It's fine. But hey, this is what it is. So yeah, we got this done. We reacted to Duchess Celestia, and yeah, we got more work done. So tomorrow, like I said, we'll go ahead and work on this. Let's see who's available for a raid for the Twitch people. And for the Twitch people, if you are a subscriber, you can use this raid message. And if you're not a subscriber, you can use this raid message. Ooh, a friend of the stream is on right now. Let's see. What are they doing? Oh, Nora's on too. That's right. I forgot Nora was on. Yeah, we'll go ahead and raid over to Nora Tales. They're over there playing Super Bunny Man. Waiting for it to load. As I said, we'll be back on tomorrow, same time. But yeah, definitely stay tuned for the people on Twitch. Stay tuned for the Nora raid. Everyone, though, see you all tomorrow. Same time. But real quick. Again, socials, if you're not following me on socials, there's that. And also, again, this is sponsored by Dubby. So you can definitely use that link right there to get your order 10% off. Thank you again, Dubby. Stay tuned for the raid. Later.
If you wanna make it happen, nothing's impossible. All you gotta do is say the word.